everyone, 大家好. Thanks for joining us for another episode of Growing Up with Chinese, 成长汉语. Have you all been practicing how to say what nationality you are? 我是美国人, I'm American. 你是哪国人? Which country are you from? Okay, that's what we covered last time. Today, we've a fabulous lineup ready for all of you. We're going to be covering time. It's always a good thing to know how to ask someone for the time, or just to know how to talk about time in general. And because we're going to be talking about time, we'll also be covering numbers again. And guess what? By the end of today's show, you're all going to be able to count to 10,000. I'm very serious. But before we do that, as always, we need to check in with Mike and Xiaoming first. And I hate to say it, everyone, but I think the two of them are up to no good today. But I'll let you be the judges of that. For now, let's see what's going on.
麦克，现在几点了？现在，7点。啊，都7点了。
不能断定这些铜材是成品还是原料，然后依靠沉船中发现的铜材到底是什么用的，还要中加进一步考证。卡尔特侦组检察官新的任务。
做得非常好，它起跳之后呢，是变成一个劈调。
妈，咱们什么时候吃饭啊？都几点了？
啊，7点吧。
7点，都8点了。
直接一板突击。
啊，8点了。你们再等一会儿。
开局阶段呢，他把握机会的能力是非常的强的，几乎每一次呢。
今天。你们啊，
现在几点? What time is it? 现在 means now, and 几点 means what time. So put together, 现在几点 is asking, what time is it? 都7点了? It's already 7 o'clock? The sentence pattern 都 something something 了 implies already. It's 7 o'clock already? 都7点了? 现在7点吧? I love 吧. It's a way of verbalizing a suggestion. If you use 吧, it implies that you aren't 100% certain of the outcome. For example, Xiaoming's mom says, 7点吧? And it's like saying, it's 7, right? Or it should be around 7. There's some degree of uncertainty when 吧 is used. 你16岁了吧? You're 16, right? Now the use of 吧 will be coming up again and again. So you will all get to see more situations where it can be used. For now, the important thing to remember is that 吧 implies suggestion.
麦克，现在几点了？现在，7点。啊，都7点了。
咱们什么时候吃饭呢? When are we going to eat? 咱们 is we. 什么时候 is what time or when. 吃饭 is eat. So strung together, 咱们什么时候吃饭 is when are we going to eat?
妈， 咱们什么时候吃饭啊？都几点了？
你们再等一会儿. You just need to wait a little bit longer. Now, we've already gone over the meaning of 在 before, but I want to point it out again here. We all know that 再见 means goodbye, right? But if you break them apart, the characters on their own mean again, 在, and to see, 见. So 在 means again, or another time. So if you 再等一会儿, it's like saying, wait just a little bit more. You've already been waiting, and you have to wait some more. 等一会儿, wait a bit. 再等一会儿, wait just a bit more.
啊，8点了，你们再等一会儿。
开局阶段呢，他把握机会的能力是非常的强的，几乎每一次的。
今天，你们啊。
Okay, let's check out today's vocabulary list. 现在 now. 现在几 how many, how much. 几点 in this context, it means o'clock. 点都 already. 都咱们 we, you and I. 咱们时候 time, moment. 时候吃 eat, to eat. 吃饭 food. 饭妈妈 mother. 妈妈 The radical we're going to be looking at today is the 王字旁, or the king radical. Now, let's first take a look at how you write 王 on its own, king. 王 is written like that. That is the character for king, or 王. Now, we see it in its radical form in one of today's characters, and that is 现, as in 现在, which means now. This is the character we see it in. Now you can see it doesn't really change from its actual form to its radical form. It's just the line down here goes up. This is the 王字旁, or king radical. We've touched lightly on the concept of addressing people with titles in China, but we're going to go into a little more depth today. In America, titles are used kind of erratically. I might call my teacher by her first name, but I might call my friend's parents Mr. and Mrs. Smith. My grandmother's name is Betty, but I call her Bunny, not Grandma Betty or Grandma Bunny, just Bunny. Now, of course, it depends on the person, but usually the idea in America is that the better you know someone, the more likely you are to call him by his first name. In China, it's pretty different. In today's clip, Mike called Xiaoming's mom 阿姨, auntie. Now, if Xiaoming were to meet Mike's mom, he would for sure call her 阿姨 as well. When it comes to younger people addressing older people in China, titles are a must. Calling someone 阿姨 or 叔叔 or any other title is a form of respect, and the younger generation in China is expected to show respect to the older generation. Now, this tradition can be traced all the way back to the philosopher Confucius. He was born in 551 BCE, so we're talking over 2,000 years ago. But his teachings, to this day, still remain an integral part of Chinese culture. The legacy of respecting one's elders, also called filial piety, is something Confucius believed to be a crucial part of a harmonious society. So in China, oftentimes, children, parents, and grandparents will all live together in the same house. The grandparents will look after the grandchildren, and the parents will look after their parents. The notion of every generation of a family living on their own can be quite shocking to many Chinese people. Well, that cultural spotlight was quite a brain workout, and we're not quite finished yet. Let's look at some language points from today's dialogue. 现在几点? There is no ne or ma at the end of this question, but it is indeed a question, right? Now the clue here is 几. 你几岁了? Remember that question from before? How old are you? 几 is a measure word asking how many or how much. And in this case, we're talking about time. 几 how much, 点 o'clock. 现在几点? What time is it?
小明，现在几点了
？7点了，妈妈，我饿了。
小明，几点了
？8点了。
啊，8点了。
都7点了。Okay, it's time to pull le back into our discussion. Actually, when you're asking for the time, you can say 现在几点了, or you can simply say 几点了. When le is used in this way, it implies something that has already happened. Now, if you think about time, or the question, what time is it? The response, it's 7 o'clock, has happened. It's 7 already, right? So that is why le is used here. Now, in 都7点了, it's already 7 o'clock? The same logic applies. It's already 7 o'clock. It's happened. So a le must be used at the end of the sentence.
小明，你看看，都几点了？起床。
啊，都7点半了，上学要迟到了。
什么时候？什么, remember, means what. And 时候 refers to time, or a specific amount of time. And so you get when. 什么时候? Now, 什么时候 can be used to ask for a specific time, like 什么时候吃饭? At what time are we going to eat? Or it can be used just to ask for a general time, like when are you going to buy an apartment? About a month from now, next year. The time isn't specific.
妈妈，咱们什么时候去商场啊
？5点吧。
啊，妈妈，您看，现在都5点10分了。
All right, everyone, we're almost done for the day. Now, I have a letter here from Josh in the United States that I want to share with all of you before we go. Could you talk some more about specific Chinese dishes? Well, Josh, actually, if I were to talk about specific Chinese dishes, it would take me a year, probably, to go through all of them. The way food works in China is, depending on the region, there are different kinds of food. So, for example, you have Sichuan cuisine that I think is mostly predominantly very spicy. Then take Guangzhou, for example. Guangzhou cuisine is more mild, tends to be a little sweeter. There's lots of dim sum and little delicacies like that. Then you go to Shanghai. You have Shanghai cuisine, you have Beijing cuisine, you have Hunan cuisine. There are all kinds of cuisines, and they're all very different and very delicious. So if you do get the chance to come to China, you can travel around and eat your way around China. Okay, that's all we have time for today. I hope all of you had fun. 我该走了. I should get going, and you all should too. Now don't forget to go online to our website to review today's materials if you're confused about anything, and keep your letters coming. 大家加油，下次见。